debt valuation or bond valuation. All right. We've got some questions here, some examples where we're going to be calculating the market price of a bond. All right. So let's look at these examples here. All right. So the first example is here. Mr. Jackson invests in a bond of 1,000, right? So this is the face value of the bond. This is the amount printed on the bond. All right. Remember, the face value is also the nominal value, which is also the par value. All right, which can also be the book value. So Mr. Jack invests in a bond of 1,000 with a 7% coupon rate. This 7% coupon rate is the interest rate. All right, with 5 years to maturity. Right? So this debt, when you go on the stock exchange, when you purchase it, after 5 years, when it matures, you're going to receive this initial amount of 1,000, including your interest payment. So the yield to maturity of the debt is 8%. All right. The yield to maturity, this is the required return you expect to get if you hold your bond until it matures. So they ask us, what is the market price of the bond? Right. So we can use this simple formula, right? The price of the bond, price of bond equals the interest payments, all right? Interest payments multiplied by our annuity factor. Why we're using an annuity factor is because once we buy this debt, all right, we're going to be getting the interest payments during the time of the debt. And these interest payments are going to be the same. And if you remember, an annuity is the same payment over and over again. Right. So price of the bond is the interest payment multiplied by the annuity factor plus the maturity value, which is also the face value. The maturity value and the face value are the same because remember, when the debt matures, you get paid the face value or the par value multiplied by our present value factor, right? So, how we can also do this, all right? So, what's going to happen here is our interest payments, okay, the interest payments which will be receiving from this debt. We have their future payments, all right? So these future payments, we have to convert them into present values, all right? So this is almost similar like the net present value technique, all right? If you don't want to use this formula, we can also do it like the net present value technique. So I'm going to show both methods, all right? So let's tabulate our interest payment first. So let's say interest payment, first thing to get. Interest payment is, so we're going to get 7%, 7 over 100 times 1,000, all right? 7%, 7 over 100 times 1,000. So our interest payment is 70 kwacha. So each year, we're going to be receiving 70 kwacha, 70 kwacha, 70 kwacha, all right? So after we find our interest payment, right, we have to now, these interest payments which we'll be receiving in the future, we have to convert them into present values. And our discount factor, right, our discount factor is going to be 8%, all right? Do not use the interest rate as the coupon rate as the discount factor, no, but the yield to maturity is going to be used as the discount factor. So what we can do is we can go on our annuity tables, right? We're going to find the discount factor of 8%, and our period will be 5 years. So I've got an annuity table here. Our discount factor is 8%. All right, 8%. And after 5 years, our annuity factor is 3.993. 5 years, 8%. All right. So we're going to put it here. Our interest payment is 70 times our annuity factor, which is 3.3. Let me get the 8%, 5 years, 3.993. Point 993 plus our maturity value, which is 1000, and then we multiply it by our present value factor. Our discount rate again is 8%, so we go to our present value tables. So we go to present value table here, discount factor 8%, all right, in year 5, all right, so this is going to be 0.681, right? 5 is here. This debt yields after 5 years, all right, so our value is 0.681. All right, so we can add this up. 70 times 3.993, that's 279.51 plus 1000 times 0.681. Our decimal place, I'm going to move 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So that's 681. All right. So we're going to say 279.51 plus 681. The market price of the bond is 960.51 kwacha. All right. So as I said, this is similar to finding the present value. All right, using the present value technique, find which we use in investment appraisal. What we would have done if you are not comfortable with this formula, what you could have done is you just make a table. Right, you're going to say year 1 to 5. All right, year 1 to 5, that's when you'll be receiving your interest payments. Right here, you put your cash flows. Right, you'll be receiving your interest payment of 70 kwacha. Your discount factor is at 8%. And discount factor at 8%. And as we saw in on our annuity table, it's 3.993. Right? You multiply, you get 279.51. Then in year 5, all right, year 5, you receive the nominal value. This is your redemption, all right? This debt is being redeemed at par. So when the debt matures, you're receiving this 1000, which is the face value of the debt. When we go to our present value tables, you find our discount factor is 0.681, and you get your present values here, all right? 279.51 plus 681, and the net present value is 960.51. So whichever technique you feel comfortable with, you can use it. Let's go to our next question. All right. John invests in a bond of 1,000. All right. This is our face value with a coupon rate of 8%. Oh, before we go further, I wanted to see if our bond is being sold at a discount or is being sold at a premium. So let's check. We have to compare. Is our yield to maturity greater than our coupon rate? Our yield to maturity is 8% and our coupon rate is 7%. So since our yield to maturity is greater than our coupon rate, remember when the yield to maturity is greater than the coupon rate, it means the market value is less than the face value, as we can see here. Market value is 960.51. It's less than the face value. And we can say that this bond is selling at a discount. Right? So this bond here for Mr. Jackson was selling at a discount. Right? So selling at a discount. All right, so we can go to the next one. Joseph invests in a bond of 1,000 with a 8% coupon rate with 6 years to maturity. The market rate of interest is 10%. What is the market price of the bond? All right, so the market rate of interest, also called the cost of debt, this is the market interest rate applicable on the bonds. Okay, market interest rate applicable on the bonds. All right, so this is going to be still our discount factor, right? The same way we did our previous question, the same way we're going to do this question. So let's find our interest payments. So to get our interest payments, the interest rate times the par value, the interest rate, which is our coupon rate, 8%, times the par value, 1,000, right? We're going to get 80 kwacha, okay, 80 kwacha. So what this means is once we purchase this bond on the securities exchange, all right, it matures in 6 years. So from the first year to the final year, we'll be receiving interest payments of 80 kwacha. Then at in year six, the final year, we're going to, when the debt matures, we'll be paid the face value, this 1,000. All right. So after we get our interest payments, all right, now we can use either of the two. I like to use the formula. All right. I like to use the formula. So we say price of bond is the interest payment. Interest payment multiplied by the annuity factor, because the interest payments are an annuity, plus the maturity value. This is not market value, this is maturity value. All right, and the maturity value is the same as the face value. All right, so please do not get confused thinking that this is what we're looking for as the price of the bond. No, this is the maturity value, which is the same as the face value. Okay, because when the debt matures, that's what you get paid, the face value. So I think to avoid confusion, let me just use the face value here. And this might look like future value. So I just have to put it like, set par value. All right. Make life easier, so to avoid confusion. All right. All right. So our interest payment is 80. Right. So on our annuity factor, our discount rate, all right. So here our discount rate, 10%, which is our cost of debt. Right, discount rate is 8%, the cost, which is the cost of debt. All right. So on our annuity table, our discount rate is 10%, and the periods, or the number of periods, is 6 years. So we go to our annuity table. All right, discount rate of 10%. discount rate of 10%. Our annuity factor is 0. Oh, this is our present value. We have to look on our annuity table first. So our annuity table, 10%, all right, 10%, period of 6 years, 4.355. So we're going to say 4.355 plus the par value, which is 1,000, multiplied by the present value factor. All right, so present value factor, come to our present value table, 10%, 6 years, it is 0.564. I'm circling around it. 10%, period of 6 years, 0.564. All right, all the so we'll tabulate. It's 80 times 4.355. 80 times 4.355 plus 1,000 times 564. 0.564 becomes 564. I'm going to get a market price of 912.4 kwacha. So let's see, is our cost of debt greater than our coupon rate? Let's see, cost of debt is greater than coupon rate, right? And as before, we saw when our yield to maturity or our cost of debt is greater than coupon rate, the market value is less than the nominal value. As we can see, our market value, which is 912, is less than our nominal value, meaning this debt was being sold at a discount. Okay, we go to, let's see. Yeah, so in the next video, we're going to see how to deal with debts that pay interest,